Why is it so important that we hold people accountable? It seems obvious, but there's actually a very practical reason, because when we hold people accountable, we enable ourselves to embrace the fifth and final behavior at the heart of building a great team, and that is the attention to results. If we hold people accountable, then we will do our very best to make sure that the organization, the team, is focused on the collective results of the team rather than their own individual results. See, that's the thing. People say, well, what would they pay attention to other than results? Well, they'll pay attention to their own results, their department, their career, their budget, their status. This happens all the time on teams. People say, I'm results focused for myself, not for the collective good of the team. The only way to make sure that it's the collective team results that matter most is if people know they're going to be held accountable for doing anything that runs counter to the good of the whole team. That's how accountability enables results. And just in case we don't think that there are people on our teams that would ever put their own individual needs ahead of the team's needs, I want you to think about an example from the world of sports. Okay, there was a basketball player that played with Michael Jordan. You probably remember him. His name was Scottie Pippen. He was a great basketball player, probably not only the second best player on the Bulls back when Jordan played, but the second best player in the NBA. So Jordan retired for this first time. He retired a few times. And Pippen became the best player on the Chicago Bulls. Well, even without Jordan, the Bulls were favored to win their division, go deep into the playoffs, maybe even make it to the championship series, and who knows? Even without Michael Jordan, maybe they could win the whole thing. So they make the playoffs, no big surprise. They're playing the New York Knicks, their hated rival in the playoffs, right? So it's a tie game, national television, 20,000 people in the arena, and it's a tie game, and the ball goes out of bounds off one of the Knicks. So it's Chicago Bulls basketball. They call timeout. So with like 1.8 seconds to go in the game, timeout, Phil Jackson, the famous coach of the Bulls, calls the team over to the sidelines, and he diagrams a play for them to take the last shot to win the game. So he has the play diagrammed, and instead of the ball going to Pippen, who's their best player, he's going to have it go to Tony Kukoc, who's a really good outside shooter who will probably be open because they'll be covering Pippen. And so he diagrams the play, and Pippen looks at it and says, no, I should get the ball. I'm the best player on the team. And Jackson says, no, see, here's how we're going to do it. He's going to be open, and we're going to get it to him so he'll have a good shot. And Pippen says, no, I should get the ball. And Jackson says, no, see, he's going to get the ball. And Pippen says, well, if I don't get the ball, then I'm not going to play. If I don't get the ball, I'm not going to play. And they were like, okay, you're in for Pippen. Pippen sat on the bench. Everybody went out on the court. The fans were like, why is our best player not out there? The announcers were like, did he get hurt? Did he foul out? What's going on? Nobody knew that he just opted out of the game because he wanted to be the guy. Well, they made the shot, won the game, irrelevant. The moral of this story is this. I wish every organization out there, I wish everyone here, the organizations you work in, I wish you all had people with the courage and audacity of Scottie Pippen, who could stand up in front of everyone else and say, you guys don't understand. It's not about the team. It's about me. Because, see, then you'd know who to fire. I mean, wouldn't it be great if people just told us that?